And we are back, New Pack City, Hawks fans worldwide. Welcome back to your favorite weekly Hawks Hoopcast. It's January 12th, 2022. I go by Lou Starsky, and we got some great topics for you today. And the Hawks are struggling at being assertive and winning games in the fourth quarter. We're going to talk about that. Trade rumors that are buzzing. Are we going to go after Domantas Sabonis? Are we going to go after Ben Simmons? Or are we just going to get somebody like Jeremy Grant? Or are we going to hold tight and not make a move at all? We'll discuss that. We'll discuss DeAndre Hunter and him coming back as well. Let me put that down there. As well as what's going to have the bigger impact to us playing defense, getting DeAndre Hunter back, making a splashy move, or a combination of the two. We'll talk about that as well. Got some group standouts here with me today. Got Mike right now, who is OG to this. It's going to be a good show. But first, hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, drop a comment during the show, and I'll be getting to that here in a second. And then follow the links in the description to support us, and I'll have more details at the end of the show. And with that said, let's jump right into it, man. What is going on with our Hawks? It seems like every week that I do this, we had a 1-2 week. You know, we lose one game or we win one game and we lose two games. That is not a way to hold any kind of momentum. What do you think's going on?
Definitely not, man. We just a majority young basketball team, and
Whoa,
well, I don't want to sound like I'm.
a broken
It,
record?
it, it don't matter who I talk about. Everybody, people always think that I'm just attacking that one person, and tend to forget that you know,
Been attacking that one
recognize
person.
everybody. But huh?
I said that you've been attacking that one person, or that you attack all the teammates. The thing is, like right now, it's like there's no need to be attached to this team. You know, like what I
It's
don't
not.
think last year was a fluke, but last year showed us what it takes, and it takes it not only takes talented players like we thought we had, but it takes like a spark. It takes something special to
I,
to
I
congeal a
feel
team.
like I figured it out, man. I feel like I figured it out, and I feel like the Hawks fans are slowly figuring it out. And after our last game on national TV, a lot more people. It's like okay, but but again, though, I don't think enough really like stamping it there because I'm starting to lean towards the way of like Chauncey saying he says like just we don't need to make a trade. Okay, I look at it outside the fact that Clint sucks, you know what I'm saying? He obviously is taking a step back though. But outside of that, we pretty much have everybody that you had last season. Why do we turn it around last season and make the run in the playoffs? Is we played a lot better defense. And then when you look at it, I mean the numbers are there. I mean, the proof is like in just watching the games or in the footage as well, is that Trae Young played better defense. I mean, he tried, and that went a long way. Just
So
simple as that,
let me
man.
slow you down right now. Let me slow you down right now. So you're saying that between Trey's regression, slight regression, even as it was in defense,
Mhm.
and Clint's meteoric, whatever that word should be, his drop,
Yep.
in his defensive efficiency and effectiveness. So you're saying between those two, we now have the 28th ranked defense and are the team that we see on the court.
Yes. Trey is the head, and Clint is your last line of defense. If both of them being trash or whatever, then yeah, you got bad defense.
Okay, so then before we get into the trade machines and all the crazy trades that I've heard, some good ones, and I'm definitely been a part of it, that's for sure, because I would love them to see. I would love to if John Collins is on the table as far as a trade piece. I would love to see us split it up into Philly and Indiana and go after it. I think John Collins presents that with a couple more pieces, more than enough to get us a bonus. And I think I think maybe we should throw Cam and a bunch of other people, Bogey and Gallo and a bunch of other people, towards Philly to get Ben Simmons. But is DeAndre Hunter enough for us to go on a winning streak, for us to look like ourselves, to even be able to make that decision before February 10th comes?
Man, it's at this point, man. I can't wait and see. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, I hope for the best, but yeah, man, he's just hurt too often, man.
Well, I mean, technically, you have until February 10th to make a trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got another.
I
What's
mean,
up, Damon?
you got a little minute, I guess, to try and see what you got, but still, though, it's like even if you do that, you miss the trade deadline. You know what I'm saying? Hawks luck would be that he get hurt a week or two after the trade deadline. You feel me? So it's just I don't know. I feel like Travis, whatever he feel or want to do, it needs to be that's his decision now, and it's not based upon what they do. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to make a trade or whatever, yeah, he needs to already be on that. It's not, oh, let me see if they, what they do over the next couple of weeks.
Right, right. Now, I'll say this: the thing about being disappointed in the way certain players have played, we really have not played an inspired basketball brand. So a player like Bogey, all of a sudden, doesn't have the value that he should because he doesn't even get a chance to get exploited in how he plays. Like we're very discombobulated. Even though we score a lot of points, it's not done effectively to where when we need a point, we can just go down there and get it at the same time. And I think if we're not going to utilize a player like Bogey, then I think Bogey gets on the trading block as well. Don't you think another team would find use in a 6'5" use really good shooter? I mean, Devon, feel free to jump in at any time too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was saying what Mike was gonna say, but this is what I think. Um, I'm not trading Bogey right now. Let's be honest here. You almost got a month left to the
Right,
trade. Your key right now, if I'm the GM, first thing I'm looking for is getting all my players back. You have to give them boys a chance to correct it just to see can it be corrected with the players that you have. You have a whole month to the trade deadline, and as we know, your biggest trades don't even go down until the day before or the day of the deadline. So I'm not in a rush to make something happen now. I want to see, I think Hunter come back today. You know, I want to see does our defense improve when Hunter comes back. You
right,
know what I'm saying? When Cam comes back healthy. Does
right,
when Clint come back healthy, because I think Mike pointed out a while ago, the dude did end up having ankle problems. You know what I'm saying? His ankle swelled up on the flight back from what that last game we played against the
Clippers.
Clippers. So he was out there playing hurt. So let's see. Let's give him a good 2-week run as we get all our players back, get our head coach back, and then let's see if we could put something together. Then, if not, then you can sit back as a GM and be like, you know what? I gave him a chance to correct the situation. Obviously, the situation can't be corrected with the current players on the roster, and then you see what's available out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that makes beautiful sense to me. How much stock are you putting into John Collins being a trade piece right now? Like that was unexpected for me.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. At the end of the day, I'm all about making the team better. If it means we need to trade Collins, but we're getting back players that makes us better, then I'm all for it. I don't want to make a trade. I don't want to trade a John Collins and we getting players back and it's a push. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Uh, Across the league, John Collins is coveted across the league.
it
You
seems
got
that
to
way.
you got because he can shoot. I mean, the only thing he can't do is play great post offense,
Okay,
which
so
that
would he just be getting in the way if Philly tried to get him? I mean, is that a real good fit for them? I mean, would they be really after a John Collins? They already tried that with Al Horford, and it didn't really work out well.
well, you got to remember coaching back then. But my thing is this: you get a John Collins, but that's why they want to move Tobias Harris because Tobias Harris is their four, right? They want to move Tobias Harris. One, because he's overpaid. He's about to make 35 million this year, 39 million the year after next. So he's
Okay, so
overpaid.
would we overpay for Tobias Harris because he does exactly what we want John Collins not what John Collins can't do?
What does he do that Collins can't do?
He can take people off the dribble and finish a post play. I know he's struggling at a high level there to finish the games for them, but he would make an immediate impact to our team. He would be like a DeMar DeRozan on our team.
No, he is nowhere near DeMar DeRozan, number one. Number two,
everybody said that last year about DeMar DeRozan as well. Don't forget that. Let's not get that twisted.
Get what twisted? I was the first person in New Pack City to say, "Go get DeMar DeRozan." If
Okay,
I'm not,
well, but let's just say the temperature of the room was definitely not that. The temperature of the room was he's never won games. Toronto got rid of him. He's now sputtering in the Spurs. How much passion does he have left? I heard everything, but the boy can play, and Tobias Harris still got skills.
Tobias Harris averaged how many points this year?
I don't know. He used to average about 22 points.
He don't average enough to justify $35 million next year.
I agree. That's what I'm asking you. Do we overpay to get a skilled player that Trae could play off of? If we get him and Ben Simmons, you don't think that would add some excitement to this team?
Tobias Harris is not the dude. If he was the dude, do you really think Philly would trade him? Obviously, he's not working in Philly.
Philly's a different beast, though. You got to understand, Philly's media is a different animal. Philly's fan base, a different animal to what Atlanta is.
What, Blue? The media has nothing to do with your production, your value to your contract. They have nothing to do with. If he was balling,
I disagree.
Guess what? Guess what? If he was balling, the Philadelphia media will be all over him like they are Joel Embiid right now.
I got a question. I got a question. Did that team go up?
He averaged 18.4, 7.5 rebounds.
Did that team go? Listen, did that team go up 30 on us in a couple of games in the playoffs? Did Tobias Harris not take a bunch of good shots and hit a bunch of good shots?
I mean, he did. Well, you guys. All right, let me say this, man. Philly, I'm pretty sure they tired of Tobias Harris and they ready to try something else. If Tobias Harris, I guess, wasn't getting paid $35 million, I would be completely on board for it. But I mean, hey, I already said if it was Ben and Tobias and you gave up like 4 of our players, like hell, I'd make it work. I think it was something that was like, what? Yeah, you can't move Clint anyway. That's the thing that bothers me. I would rather move Clint at this point than JC, rather than JC, because all the options that I see, I'd rather have JC go with what we get in return versus Clint. But yeah, man, Tobias Harris, man, he can play basketball. I mean, he got paid. Number one, you know, everybody gets overpaid. You know what I'm saying? Bazemore got some money. You know, Tobias Harris. That's what I'm saying. But when he basically got this contract or whatnot, though, his numbers were higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at now what he was averaging like 20
he has impact on a team. He has a serious winning impact on a team. He's still never played on a scrub team.
I mean, but he has the skill set and the ability or whatever. I wouldn't necessarily try and have him a number one. I mean,
but we have a number one.
Things in Philly just not necessarily working out or whatever. So that's why they trying to move on. But at the same time, Philly record better than ours. You know what I'm saying? And Tobias Harris playing. You know, right. I mean, I know they got Embiid, but Ben Simmons not playing. I don't understand the knock too much against Tobias Harris. I feel like that both Tobias and Ben Simmons, they'll be a nice fit with us.
Tobias would be if he was making about 20, 25. Bro,
we would be overpaying, yes. To get a talent like him in here, we would be overpaying, Damon. That's no question. That's not the question here. Would he have a good impact on our team? Right. Would he have an impact on our team?
Let me tell you. Well, speaking of Gallo, guess what? Gallo's in. I mean, he's not expiring, but next year, only $5 million of his contract is guaranteed. So no, it ain't the same as Gallo because the Gallo only
paid for him.
But listen to this: Harrison Barnes, Domantas Sabonis, and John Collins are not moving the needle for Philly in Ben Simmons trade talk. So,
but Philadelphia
might be a moot point. But look, this is what I wanted to get to. Hold on, this is what I want to get to about John Collins while we're thinking about trading him. Let me just say this real quick, Damon, and I'll let you hold the floor. He said this: it's the same old story. We take bad shots. We don't play defense. We don't rebound. I mean, that's pretty much calling everybody out right there. That's Trae with the bad shots, Clint not rebounding, him not playing defense. And then he says we don't and we lose. We're losing. He says we got to fight our way back into the games, and it's an uphill battle. It's the same story. I could sit here and talk about it all day. He's now doing the same thing, kind of like what Trae's doing, but he's taking a little more ownership. But it's always we, and that obscures the onus and the pride that it takes to play this game at this level.
But let me tell you something. The only person I need to hear I from is 2 people: the coach and your star player. That's all I need to hear, the I from. The rest of the players, them saying we, exactly correct. Because guess what? When we giving up 130 points, Trae Young ain't giving up 130 fucking points, okay? It's a team effort to give up 130 points.
I
Everybody
agree.
got to on not playing defense to give up 130 points. So John Collins is direct and he to the point, and it's 100% accurate. It's the same exact thing day in, day out. They just got to step up and play defense. But guess what? Everybody got to do it because, as y'all know, as basketball enthusiasts, if you have a weak link on the floor on the defensive end at that NBA level, teams will exploit that. Prime example, when we played the Lakers.
And we have no answer for it? Like no answer at all?
Yes, sir. Trae Young need to take stuff like that. And I think I was talking to Mike. He got to take a challenge like that personally. Like if they targeting you at the beginning of the game,
that battle.
You don't even have to win it. Just take it personal and put forth for effort. You see what I'm saying? It's different when you putting forth for effort.
Right.
Then people don't mind coming to assist you and help you. Then it ain't that bad. But
right. I do agree with that too.
Off that video clip, that was terrible. And then the Laker game, Avery Bradley probably ain't never shot that many times in the first quarter. Ever.
And it was like he was shooting around though.
Yeah. They targeted Trae, and he didn't respond. And I think I was telling Mike, bruh, if that was me, even if I could not guard him worth a damn, bruh, I'm getting a hard foul on his ass. Be like, hey, I'm here. Now, you may light me up, but I'm here. Trae, he don't do that on maybe the defense side of the ball is born to him. Maybe it don't excite him. You know what I'm saying? But what Trae Young has to learn is, if you want to be great, all the greats, and I think Mike pointed this out too, all the greats play both sides of the ball. All the greats, the Hall of Famers play both sides of the ball.
I think he needs to go back and study Kobe Bryant's career.
Yeah, I think Kobe Bryant, his favorite player.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You can look at his own position. I don't see no high top winning point guards or whatever. Ain't many of them that don't play defense. Your weakest one's probably Steph Curry.
Or
and that's a little bit of overrated to the point where I say overrated, but he's a little bit more underrated defender because everybody focused on his offense so much, though. But really, outside Steph Curry, you can't name me another winning point guard that. I mean, I guess Kyrie, but I wouldn't necessarily classify him.
But here's the wrong thing, though, Mike. Here's the wrong thing is that I see a lot of miscommunication and not understanding what the assignments on defense on the perimeter are. Too many open shots. Too many mismatches where just a couple of passes and they're already out of sync. So whatever they're doing, they aren't doing it well is what I'm saying. They're not executing whatever defensive strategy because they're constantly out of place. They're constantly running at a perimeter guy. It's never we're trapping them or creating the defense moving in a certain way, pushing the ball in one way into our
but
strong.
You gotta ask yourself, why are you running and why are you constantly doing that? Why are you running? Whatever you just said, back that up, and you gotta look at to why. Why are our defenders doing that constantly? Because to begin with, when you playing defense, unless you playing the zone, you're supposed to be with your person, right? The only reason why you'll come off your person is why?
Pick, switch. You still probably need to get back on your person.
Or help or whatever. So I'm just saying, like, that's why to me at the end of the day, it's like it's a done with discussion. If Trae tries more and better, and they can trust that, I guarantee you team defense, everything go through the roof of ceiling. I don't care what nobody say, no one person or what I saw, knowing the basketball that I know or whatever, that will completely destroy a defense. Somebody
is immediately getting them out of position almost every possession and every key possession too. So
but a lot of times too, they ain't really got to do nothing to get us out of position.
Right.
And because the teammates already probably, like I said, already know the situation or whatever, they already in between and not fully on their man to start with. So that's why you got the situation you're talking about. You constantly seeing us running out on folks, running around and this and that, and constantly rotating nonstop because hell, it's ideally for an NBA defense or a basketball team, ideally or whatever, you would want no rotations. You feel me? Because that means that everybody is individually doing your job or whatever.
Right.
rotating is like, yes, helping us trying to cover somebody being beat or whatever. So we consistently, like I said, when I saw, if you can pull that Lakers junk up or whatever, what I saw, like I said, bro, you can't do nothing with that.
And the stupid, phony ass double teaming for no reason, man. Why does Trae do that? Why does they'll throw the ball down? Like, I'm gonna make something up. They'll throw it down to like Embiid. And then Trae, he'll be between Embiid and his man. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Guard your man.
Because all them bigs be waiting for him to come down there to just throw it. And that's where you get the running. Because Trae not finna run out there and guard his man. That's where you get the running and messed up rotations. Like, who was Clint getting killed by? Was that the Portland game? He was getting killed. And I seen
Uric.
And I seen Trae trying to double team, and I'm like, bro, don't double team him. He's gonna get his. He's gonna get the bucket. Get on your man, and maybe guess what? Anthony Simmons don't go for 50 on us
on jumpers.
I'd rather give up, bro. And I always remind fans, when we played the Orlando Magic in the playoffs, I want to say 2010, 11, when Dwight Howard was balling, and we let Dwight Howard score all the points. We double teamed him one time in the playoff, and guess what? We beat their ass 4 games. I think it was 4-1. So I don't understand. We are weak on the defensive side of the ball. We don't need to be doubling nobody in the paint because we don't defend the perimeter well. Stay on the perimeter. I'll give up the 2.
Right.
That's
what I don't understand. Why is our philosophy constantly to dart our guy to start that for us? It almost seems like we put ourselves out of position every time.
Yeah. We're constantly out of position on defense, just period. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we out of position as soon as the ball cross half court, man. As soon as the ball come the other way, we out of position.
Yeah, like it's mind-boggling. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. In order to get out of position on the defensive side of the ball, somebody had to fuck up their assignment.
Which is most likely Trae.
Well, you're not wrong, Damon.
Most likely Trae.
That's why we out here scrambling. And hell, sometimes in some games, let's keep it real. We don't even run out there and contest it. Them threes be wide the fuck open. Everybody turn their head. Yes. And then you get bums like Gallo. He ain't take all his decisions business related. That Laker game was atrocious. He stood there and watched them pass the ball in the lane. He just stood there, didn't stick a hand up or nothing, and just watched them pass the ball in the lane and dunk the ball. Like, come on now. And I'm not saying go out here and be a defensive superstar. Put forth some effort.
Right. And real quick on who that be, if that's a question about who Jason Collins is, that is the late great Georgia Tech star, Jason Collins, a Caucasian brother. They came in and played pretty well for the Hawks for a little bit.
Collier, bro.
I think it is. I think it was a mistake on their part. I was hoping to bust them on being able to just shout out a Georgia Tech player here, if that's who they got it confused. In its older glory.
Facebook user must be Eddie.
Well, okay, so Damon, I did want to get back right into this real quick because I did want to ask you what you thought the impact of DeAndre Hunter would be on this team. Do you think it's? I know you said we should just wait for a couple of weeks, and do you think making a trade for Domantas Sabonis would have a bigger impact, Ben Simmons a bigger impact, or just getting DeAndre Hunter back would have a bigger impact on this defense?
I think right now, just getting Hunter back will have the biggest impact. Let me change that. I'm not gonna say
you're hoping.
Not gonna say the biggest impact, but I'll say it'll tell you what you need to know a lot faster, because our weakest part is the perimeter. Now, don't get me wrong. Sabonis is a baller, but he can't help us on the perimeter. Okay, he can help us everywhere. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not trying. This ain't no Sabonis hate. Ben Simmons, can help us on the perimeter because you can get him to guard anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4 if needed. So but having Hunter back can give us a faster result, it get us some data so we can make a decision off of that. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with Hunter is how many games can he play?
Okay, worst case scenario, he comes back, we go 4-1, and then he gets hurt again, right? That's worst case scenario, right?
Well, worst case scenario, he come back and get injured today. That's worst case scenario. That's why I said I think I was.
No, I think having the false hope again would add a little.
I was on Twitter talking to Mike Conti. He put a tweet up, and I was like, he's like, yeah, his thumb should be good. I was like, I hope they was looking at his knee with all this downtime. I hope they was looking at it to see how it's doing.
Well, the
I don't
thing
care.
is like I don't know if you saw Klay Thompson came back and he thanked the medical staff. He said he wanted to come out and not worry about his body breaking. So he wanted to be able to play the basketball game that he wanted to, and that's the only time that he would be back. And the medical staff got him to feel that way. Like they built his body strong enough to come back and him not worry about all that catastrophic shit that he had just witnessed. And he played pretty damn well. Why can't our guys go through some experience like this at Emory and come back bigger and stronger? What's going on?
You know how long Klay was gone, though?
All medical teams are not created equal, my guy.
But still, though, you know how long Klay was gone?
2.5 years.
All right, so shut DeAndre down for 2.5 years, and then let's talk.
He had two injuries. He's supposed to come back, and then
he knows this.
Got injured again. But my point is, bro, our
like DeAndre.
Not good. Okay, they're not good, and I'm basing this all off DeAndre Hunter. Why is he coming back, play 20 minutes and his knee swelling? But y'all say he's fine. That's why I said he needs to go get a second opinion like Kawhi Leonard did.
Yeah, he can. It ain't just DeAndre though. It's the same people getting hurt all the time, bro. It ain't even the whole team. You feel me? Like it's literally the same ones. Clint got issues. He been had issues before coming. I mean, we can be upset about it, but I feel you about DeAndre. But I feel like I said, I don't know if I can put it on the medical team because DeAndre just showing that he get hurt. Bogey get hurt. Bogey got hurt. You know what I'm saying? The previous year, Cam get hurt. And then the same one. And Double O. I won't be shocked. Double O get hurt. Double O came into the league hurt.
When they clear you to play, that means you are fine when they clear you. But if you go back, they did the same thing to Kawhi. The team medical staff kept clearing him, but he kept telling them, no, I'm not healthy. Something is still wrong. That's when he went and got the second opinion. That's why I said Hunter needs to go get a second opinion because at the end of the day, let's be honest here, the medical staff is for the team. They don't give a fuck about the player. They for the team. They trying to get you on that court as fast as possible. You see what I'm saying?
Him on the court as fast as possible. That's what I said. Shut him down for a year and a half, and I bet he'll come back.
I want him on the court healthy the way he could play more than 5 games. But
I want to trade him.
Clint came in with a foot issue. I'm not really concerned because most big men, especially when you start getting close 7 feet, usually have foot problems. You can look at Embiid. He missed how many games his first 3 years in the league? You look at Yao Ming, retired because of his feet. So big man and feet, it's usually because the way they don't run properly. But
so after our medical team examining him and having him for that long, why would they give him this bonus deal in this offseason?
Give who a bonus deal?
Clint.
Well, Travis decided to do, man.
Yeah, he probably thought
pretty sure Travis had the information he had. You can't just assume the medical team said, oh, he this or that. I mean, Travis made a decision to extend him.
But how many games has Clint missed due to his foot, though? He ain't really missed that many due to his foot.
He's Achilles.
Every game that he's missed this year has been because of his feet, bro. That's all together. Your ankle, foot, Achilles is all together.
This one, his ankle. So
which
he could
For
ankle, but
me, that's all together. My ankles suck. You eventually probably pop your Achilles because you roll your ankles a lot. The one that I pop mine on or whatever, that's the left ankle, and I always rolled that ankle since I was in middle school. And then I wound up popping it later on. But I'm just saying, all that for me, that's all together. Your ankle, the Achilles, the foot, all that just messed up with Clint.
yeah, it's all together, but it's all not the same.
No, it's not the same in a sense. Certain stuff break and tore from separate stuff, though. But I'm saying, but when you mess up the tendon or whatever, when you're doing stuff, now you got like a downhill type of thing because now you do the overcompensation and all that is happening in your foot area, which is wind up messing up your ankle. And now that's what I'm saying. Like it's just all that together.
You're right, but it goes back to the medical staff. You only overcompensate when you're not healthy. Because if you're healthy, you don't need to overcompensate. That tells me
be healthy for it.
That tells me that players are getting rushed back, whether it's the medical staff or whether it's the player saying he want to come back. And that's what I'm saying. You have to make sure these players are 100% healthy. If I'm the owner, that's what I'm telling them. Because as an owner, those contracts, investments. You feel me? Those are investments. I don't need to invest this money in this player and you putting him out there and he can't play but 2 or 3 games. You see what I'm saying? So, that was Jared Fulaka. I didn't. But that's what I'm saying. So that healthcare team, they need to do. They got to do something about DeAndre Hunter, or maybe Hunter probably need to be moved.
Right.
He due for contract this year, ain't he?
And so if Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Clint Capella and or maybe a JC all need to be moved. What are we talking about here?
Trade everybody keep getting hurt.
Well, I'm not JC don't need to be moved. Reddish don't need to be moved. Only reason I
might
said
have
that
to lose Herter as well.
The reason
everybody will keep getting hurt.
The reason I said that about Hunter is because he due for a contract. So I mean, if you and I think I heard Mike say it earlier. As a GM, you got to be able to foresee this stuff coming. So if you think you're not going to pay, like if I'm the GM, I'd already been talking to his agent. I'd already had a number in my head. Like, listen, this will offer you because the dude's not reliable. And if the agent say, no, we're going to wait, then he's a trade piece. See what I'm saying? He's a trade piece.
To me, it seems like the only way that they would get rid of Ben Simmons is with Tobias Harris. And I wonder, again, I ask you now again, do you think Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons on this team?
I bet you $1,000 he don't get traded. I bet you no one in the NBA is taking that contract, bro. Nobody. Let me tell you something.
If anybody could, it'd be us, though, right?
If we took on Tobias Harris and we took on Ben Simmons, bro, we be in hell. We be paying so much fucking tax that you better win a championship. You make that move. If I'm the owner, I'm telling my dad, you make this move. If we don't win a championship, you're fired. Straight up. Because you about to take on Ben Simmons just started his extension at max money. I think his is like
one of them's got 3, the other one's got 4, and it's all bad. It's all bad.
All bad, bro.
But we would be better basketball team. There's no doubt that our starting 5 would be a better basketball team.
But Lou, look at this. If
Tobias do more complex things.
I'm only speaking on Harris because I'm already sold on Ben Simmons. You already know I want Ben Simmons. But my thing is with Tobias Harris. If Tobias Harris was that good, would you really think that Philly would be trying?
It's not that he's that good. It's the contract so bad. The contract is so bad. The only way that we would get a Ben Simmons on this team is if we took on Tobias Harris and try to make it work.
How much does LeBron James make? How much does Steph Curry make? Huh? They making almost exactly.
A lot. But the number's probably going to go up, and it's all bullshit money anyways, and it's not your money.
The contract is only bad because the doesn't match the contract.
But what I'm saying is, like, our starting 5 would be way better. If we had Ben Simmons starting at the 3, Tobias at the 4, and Trae and maybe Bogey or Herter, whoever's left at the 2, or a Hunter if he's left, God bless. Or maybe we go after a DeMontis Sabonis somehow too at the same time. I don't know.
Go to your boy podcast, RB, and listen to them Philly fans talk about Tobias Harris. Okay.
Listen, that don't matter to me. That don't matter. That don't
Hit
matter.
his-
I know who Tobias Harris is. He would make our team better because he knows how to play the game of basketball.
If he know how to play the game of basketball, he wouldn't be getting his ass traded if he was good.
He was just on the #1 team on the East last year.
What team last year? The
The
who?
#1 seeded team last year.
So he was on the team that got eliminated by the Atlanta Hawks, right?
Yeah.
What was his playoff averages again? Let me look that up. Let's see, is it worth about 5 years, 180? Let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up.
Nothing's worth that if you want to put it in relatable terms.
What? Huh? Oh, is Trae Young worth his contract?
No. Little nigga don't play no defense.
I would not have definitely have done it 2 years before his contract was up. I don't know why they did him before John Collins. Nothing that they did last year made sense to me.
He need to play some consistent defense.
Is his contract worth it?
It doesn't matter. We didn't need to re-sign him so early.
I mean, you might as well, man. But
we could have made him play one more year.
No, you re-sign him early. You resign them early to lock it in so you can lock in the cap space, man. Because guess what? It's just going to go up the next year, dog. The longer you wait, you got to pay. That's just common sense, man. So if you already know he's the centerpiece of your team, you don't wait. You lock him up ASAP because next year the price goes up.
Okay, so then you answer me, why is he playing less defense this year?
You got to ask Trae Young.
You don't think he got to?
Yeah, you got to ask Trae Young.
Now, is that because of the contract, or is that because?
Hey, hit his dad up. His dad mighty quiet about that little Twitter video, though.
Put that Twitter video up or send it to me. I'll play it on the show. What are we talking about here?
You ain't got it?
Ain't it?
No, what is it?
I'm about to find it for you.
Describe it to me, Damon.
It's, bro, somebody took
the time. Just let him see it, bro. Just let him see it.
All right, Mike, put it on. Hey, Mike, put it on with your cam here.
What's up?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. You about to throw me through too much. I don't know.
Nah, just send it to the chat.
Wait, bro, when you see this video, your mind gonna be blown. You're gonna be like, what? And let me tell you what's so funny, man. It is so funny because if that was any other player, you'll be like, take his ass out the game. But the fact that we can't do shit without him in the game.
That's so right.
I gotta actually live with this shit. Wait till you see it. That shit's hilarious, man.
I'm trying to find the best way to search. All right, I found it.
Yeah, you can just send the link. You can just send the Twitter link if you found it. But anyways, yeah. So do you think? Did you think a Sabonis would have a bigger impact than a Ben Simmons? Like, do you think it'd be easier to go after a Sabonis and it be a better, softer move, or should we even go for somebody softer like a Jeremy Grant? I heard that name thrown around.
It'd be easy. Let's do it like this. It'd be easier if I had to rank them. The easiest would be to get Jeremiah Grant because he on the losing team and the Pistons giving up. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Sabonis, because Sabonis already told their ass he don't want to be there. So
is that what happened? Okay,
that's good. So did Miles Turner, and that's good because now Indiana leverage. And the last one is Ben Simmons, and that's strictly because Daryl Morey is just a dickhead, and he'd rather ruin his team than take a so-called loss in the trade. You know, instead of trying to.
And I even look at it as he's taken a year from Embiid's opportunity or window of opportunity to win a championship. That guy's that good. That guy is that good.
He is balling, and he wasted this year because
he wasted 1 year.
Because he wants to win a trade instead of saying, you know what? Let me see who can give me the best deal that can help my team. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get rid of Tobias Harris. Like once that came out, ain't nobody fucking with them no more. Because Philly don't even have no leverage to even try to include a Ben Simmons. They have zero leverage. Only person you could trade Tobias Harris to who will take that contract would be like an Oklahoma.
Is this what we're talking about?
Watch this,
bro.
All right,
bro.
Back with a little bit of pace for the Lakers.
Oh my God, that pick was so easy.
Ain't he have to pick him? But
About
yeah.
56 points. You can overlook the 14
Oh my
assists. That makes you a
God.
nightmare.
He's acting out there. He's theatrics out there.
And it gives him a chance when he's much more careful.
Wow, that's not going through the motions. That's not even putting it in.
You can appreciate that. Man,
what's he
pass.
doing?
He's an underrated passer. Inside.
Wow, this is astonishing.
Westbrook. Inside Bradley with a nice cut.
This. Wow. Wow.
I know it's a lot, the head, the bod, staring at a demigod. What can I say except
Oh
you're
my
welcome?
goodness. Is it really come down to that with him? Holy cow, guys.
That's
Yeah,
why we
man.
play with some
Jeez.
effort. The defense might improve. Effort.
Yeah, he needs to learn how to play defense. That is theatrics out there. That was nonsense. That is bad.
Brand, man. That's
I
why,
mean,
like,
any old
I
pig,
don't-
and he's in throws. Like, come on now.
I don't need. That's what I'm saying, man.
Throws
It's like
everybody off immediately.
we
dude-
was talking to everybody keep bringing up whatchamacallit quotes and stuff like that. I mean, it ain't just John. It's the same thing with Clint. They said something about Clint said some stuff or whatever, man. I don't care about anything them boys saying, any post-game conference or any of those press conferences, bro. Like at this point, too, or whatever, they don't need to be talking to none of us. They don't need to talk to
Would you
us.
trade?
They need to
Listen
talk
to
the
this.
media. They
Listen
need
to
to talk
this.
to their teammates on the court. I need to see somebody actually getting mad, bro. If I seen
Listen.
that, bro, like they would have seen us beefing on the bench or something, dog. Like
Wait.
that's
Would you trade Trae Young for Ben Simmons?
Fuck no.
You're not trading Trae Young, man. I don't even know why you bringing that up. I know
I don't, because we're having fun on the podcast. I want you to think about it.
But I mean, no, you're not trading Trae Young. You get a Ben Simmons to come be here with Trae Young or something, but
if you're shitting on his defense so bad, and we just saw what we saw, what if we traded Trae Young, toughed it out on offense, but got really much better on defense? Like, would you want that team? I'm just asking. Let's think about it. Let's just not throw it away so fast.
Why not? You could throw it away right now.
He said right now, he throw it away.
Is that how you feel, Mike? Then I will.
You crazy?
That's tough, man. That's tough, bro. On a video game, I do it.
Okay, that's interesting. See what I'm saying here? Now,
I trade them straight up, and I make that job work. Like,
if we think Trae Young, or we think Dre Hunter, and we think the contract's coming off on our bench to go after somebody else on our in free agency coming up. We would be able to mismatch teams again, and I just think the type of mismatch really just depends on Trae Young's offense, and it's cool, but it's not winning us games. And should we just be really dramatic and drastic about some stuff?
We ain't got to be drastic. They already showed that they can play defense in the playoffs. And I think Mike pointed that out. I think Mike pointed out that Trae had was averaging 2-3 steals a game during the playoffs.
Did Mike point out that we played New York, who was a flawed team that's not doing pretty well this year, and has like a guy that's playing that's strictly to his one side, right? Okay, then we played another team in Philadelphia, who when they turned it on, really, really outplayed us, outclassed us. And then they mentally lost it against us, and it took us 7 games in a Kevin Huerter special to get over the hump. Not Trae Young. Not Trae Young. He was
real talk though. If it was not for Kevin Huerter, bro, we going home. If Philadelphia, real talk, don't overlook us, because I'm gonna keep it real. I know for a fact Philly and the Bucks overlooked us at least a game or two. They don't do that. We going home, man.
Let's think about it from Philly's perspective. They think if Ben Simmons doesn't lay that freaking ball up when he's got Trae Young right there booking it at him, they feel they win the whole series.
Well, guess what?
Didn't Tyler got to make the free throws?
Yeah, didn't free throws? Why he ain't make them shits?
That's what I'm saying. They still had a chance. Tyler had to make it free throw that game too.
I hear you.
Go. just use him as a scapegoat, bro. That shit terrible.
Nah, they use being as a scapegoat. You right, but that's what I was saying back then. They were already on a boiling point of like hating him anyway. You know what I'm saying? They've been not liking Ben Simmons for a while.
And I think we can take advantage of that. Do y'all not remember that when Ben Simmons did turn it on, he made Rudy Gobert, the number 3 big man in the league, look like he wasn't even playing defense.
Did you see him D'ing up Trae? Did you look at the numbers when Trae Young, when he was on Trae Young, Trae couldn't get shit done, man. Listen, bro.
He's a difference maker.
Listen, like you said, man. I said it.
Like the man over there talking about some hell no, straight up Trae. No, bro. That's why I do it on the game at least. I might not be brave enough to pull the trigger in life, but
I think that playoff run, we had some luck on our side. I said that. Yeah. I really believe that this team was built to win 50, 60 games. That's why, Lou, remember you kept asking me about my prediction, and I kept saying, hold up, bro.
You have 57 on the books.
I got to see these. I said, I got to see these boys. That's not, but how long it took me to make a prediction? Because I also said just as fast we could win 50, we could be a 42-42 ball club, depending on how to out. And Travis did not address any issues in the offseason.
Gorgie Dane didn't work. You got to just say that's a failure. That's a failure. That's a failure.
Wow. Why is he here? Why?
I have no idea. He fulfills no need we needed.
Yeah, like Gorgie. I mean, Gorgie. Yeah, it's just stupid.
Exactly. Now I could understand if he had a role like, hey, we got him because we need a shooting big or some shit.
That's
we needed a big that could play back up, that could be defensive, that was defensive minded, and get us some boards. You feel me? Maybe a putback here and there. Travis didn't do that. I think Travis tried to address the defense at the guard position by getting DeLon Wright. You know, and I think a lot of fans thought, I guess they thought DeLon Wright was going to be some type of 20, 25 point score or something.
Wait, you always do this. We had Tristan Thompson on our team first for like a couple of hours. And then we traded that to DeLon Wright. What I'm saying is that we needed to have just kept Tristan Thompson because I thought when he made that move, that was a killer move.
Well, I think we were just the third team in that. We was never supposed to keep Tristan Thompson.
It doesn't matter. To me, it felt better to have him made the move for Tristan Thompson because that addressed exactly what we needed.
I'm not saying we couldn't use him. I'm saying when they made the trade, I think we just.
It doesn't matter.
I just don't think we needed a backup point guard. We could have turned Herter into that. We could have had him develop into that role of him bringing it up along with him. I thought that would be killer.
It don't work.
Backup point. We just ain't got the right one yet. I mean, I'm not too bad against DeLon, but yeah, need a backup point. We just ain't got the one yet that's been clicking for us the best or whatnot though. But the team is flawed, like we were talking about, and
shouldn't have brought Lou back.
I don't think so. That's another bad
that's what I'm about to say. Listening to the last Travis talk or whatever, and him admitting to some of the mistakes he made stuff. That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't think it's a wait and see or let me see what's going on. I wouldn't be that way at this point. I'm either like trying to trade something or I'm not. I'm trying to trade something or I'm not. And then if I can't trade what I want to trade, and for me that's Clint Capella, then I'm not trading anything then or whatever. And I just visited.
You don't think we're a couple of moves? You don't think we're a couple of moves? You don't think that we can buy in on one of these guys like us, Sabonis?
I mean, you can, but I don't. A part of me feel like you'll be moving the pieces that you don't necessarily need to move.
Well, that's the thing is we asked this last week and you didn't have an answer. So who's untradeable on the Hawks roster?
I'm saying, well, nobody's technically untradeable, but my hierarchy right now, what you're talking about for is like what to do to fix the team and stuff like that. The first two people that I put up for like trade or whatever, basically is like Bogey and Clint. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have to add, whether that was Gallo or something, or one of the three young wings, then maybe add one of them. But for me, the two people that I'll be
Wait. When you say the three young
everything
wings,
around.
when you
Huh?
say the three young wings, are you talking about Herder, Hunter, and Reddish?
Yeah, 3 young wings, them guys. So
One out of them.
yeah, one out of them. That's if you had to. You know what I'm saying? Now, ideally, I feel like that. Yeah, you should probably still try and stay the potential route with them. But if you could to get what you needed to get for as a veteran, whatever it is, whatever, yeah. For me, it'd be Bogey and Clint. Number one, you knew Bogey wasn't here for necessarily long term. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to commit to your young wings and see what they can do. So if you want to hold on to them a little longer, like I said, Bogey would be the one that's up to get moved, shipped out, or Gallo, or like Clint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, none of them, you never felt that they were, you know what I'm saying? None of us, you know what I'm saying? We all know that. They're not necessarily our long-term plans, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to move, ideally, I don't want to move one of our young pieces, which is we are trying to incorporate into a long-term plan, even though, you know, I do feel like, you know, we can't keep working potential and stuff like that though. But, you know, yeah. But at the same, like I said, Clinton Bogey, they're not giving me anything better or different than those young guys. You know what I'm saying? I believe you can get Bogey from Kev and shoot, even like a Cam or something like that. But you can mainly get Bogey from Kev. You can easily slide Kevin Herter into the starting lineup and get Bogey.
So what about going dramatic and using maybe skin color for Boston and going after one of their guys, and we can offer them Gallo, Bogey, Herder, and maybe you know, Cam Reddish and see what's up.
Boston already put that trade in Jaylen Brown or Tatum.
Yeah, but I'm saying they traded Marcus Smart. Shoot, we need Marcus Smart.
What about Marcus Smart?
I take Marcus Smart.
I wonder if he's on the trading block. I gotta go find me some Celtics.
Solo would be disappointed because that's his role.
Who? Oh, Solo.
Solo
Marcus Smart would have a better role than Solo. Well, he can contribute more.
Yeah, but it's still the same play though. It's just elevated.
Yeah, Marcus Smart might not be good for us, but at the same time, he'll be good for us. Like, I don't know how the guys we have will react to Marcus Smart, because what I saw, like, and we all just saw, and you played again, that Lakers game or whatever, it wouldn't be no saying something in the press game conference, whatever. Marcus Smart would have been said something either on the bench or in the locker room, and would have heard that it's a problem. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. That's what we need. But at the same time, I don't know how these boys are going to take somebody like that on the team. Because like I said, I would have had a problem, man. Like, that was horrible, dog. Like, nah, bro. I would have had a problem. Like, that don't make no sense, man.
This is my thing is I think Tobias Harris is enough of a professional that if we brought him in on this huge contract and overpay, there's no doubt we would be overpaying for Ben Simmons, overpaying for Tobias Harris. Maybe we could repackage them later. But we have rookies and young people on young contracts that we can on contracts. I think we have enough talent on the roster to make good runs and play good defense in the playoffs.
You're that deep.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like we could do something drastic and pull in those two guys, because like Damon was saying, you know, the cap does go up next year and it goes up a little higher.
Go about that much.
He said, I ain't doing it. But at the same time, though, don't it equal out if we move the contracts or whatever, and then we get some lesser people in or something?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like instead of picking up other people, we just keep on. We're not going to play them.
You got to factor in the length of the contracts also.
So how long Tobias deal is? It should be coming
3 and 4 years. 3 and 4 years.
He got 3 more years left.
Yeah.
And then Ben Simmons has 4.
At 32, 35, and 30.
But we could trade him too.
I mean, he could again.
Right now.
You got a Joe Johnson deal.
For Tobias Harris, nobody.
But if we keep him and play him for 2 years, and once his contract ends up, we don't have to keep him for his last year. He'll be an expiring contract.
They say, yeah, it'd be an expiring deal if you willing to swing 2 years.
Right now, no one is trading for Tobias Harris. No one's paying that money because they know that contract. No one wants that contract.
Demand. What I'm saying is that he is such a professional that he may teach Trae Young how to be a professional multi-gazillionaire and play good basketball.
32, 35, 39 million. I'm not paying that much for a teacher.
Yeah, it's not happening.
He's
Man.
got skills though.
I'm not paying that much for a teacher.
I need a championship for 32, 35, and
We
30.
may just be the right chemistry though.
Chemistry, not for 32, 35, 39 million.
Why not?
Hey, man, 32,
That's worth it. That's why he's not going to get traded.
What? Okay, but this year we had Gallo on the bench for because he's hurt or whatever. And now he's he's just now getting into shape and effective. Like, and he's 20 million. He's 20 million a year.
20 million, and next year his contract guaranteed for 5.
That's what I'm saying. So
they
like,
buy a double.
But you rather pay 32 into
yes.
32 next year, then 35 after that, then 39. No, you know what you're gonna be.
What I'm saying is that we're in a position to overpay for Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons and radically change our core team.
And how much y'all been making?
Wrestler, bro. That dude don't play with his money, bro.
Who?
Tony Wrestler. He's not just gonna let him go blow this money.
He got extra money though. He got extra money. He just sold like 6% or something like that.
Look, if we get that team, we are the other team. We're one of the teams in the East. There's no doubt about it.
Bro. Nah, man, it ain't happening, man. You might as well put that in your mind.
I bet money that Tobias Harris don't get traded. I put money on it. Nobody want to eat that contract, bro. Why you think Philly trying to get rid of him?
Do you want that contract?
Bro, he not worth it.
Would you, as a Hawks team, overpay for Tobias Harris?
No, I'm not doing it.
How about you, Mike?
I'm paying John Collins $25 million for 17 points. What is Tobias Harris giving me this year? 18 points?
Yeah, but the way he scores. It's the way he scores.
I don't care.
He's effective in transition defense. He's effective in transition defense. He's effective in transition offense. He can put the ball on the hole and go by his man. He can play post and kick out and pass from it. His moves are effective enough to where it draws people's attention and they know how to play off of it. What are you talking about here? Are you trying to tell me Tobias Harris is not a 6'8" guard who has got skills in the league and has earned his stripes? He's being overpaid right now.
He earned $35 million.
Somebody paid him.
No, I'm asking you, is he worth 30 right now? If he was
no, but our team is
playoffs last year. He averaged 21.8 and 8.5 in the playoffs.
He is not. Our team would be better with him on our team.
Lou, if you don't think he's worth it, why would you trade for him if you don't think he's worth? You just said he's not worth the money.
No, I didn't say he's not worth the money. I said our team is an ability to overpay for one guy because we're paying that many assets. 10 million here, 20 million there, and it can add up to this one player who would make a difference on our team. And hey, you don't like people that get hurt? Go check Tobias Harris's record. How many times has he been hurt? He's been in the league quite a long time now, and we need some freaking adults in this roster. And
my bad, bro. John Collins only averaged 13.9 points in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly what he averaged.
Y'all done made me forget, bro. I forgot that we went through all of that. I was naming all the people who pulled the Joe Johnson on us, bro. We don't need to be trusted. Only Trae Young and Kevin Huerter elevated their games in the playoffs last year, as I recall, and then it came back to my mind. The rest of them boys regressed.
Double O played pretty good. He played his role well.
We said Bogey.
Double O.
Double O was barely there, but yeah.
We played good as a team in the playoffs. I mean, at the end of the day, hey,
as a team, no, the consistency, the ones that we counted on game in and game out, we had a lot of people disappearing and stuff. Yeah, we played well as a team. I mean, I'm not gonna take it back in there. I mean, I'm not gonna, say they didn't do nothing and we played horrible. But yes, I mean, obviously we played well as a team, but obviously being the exact same team playing this year is extremely flawed. You know what I'm saying? And part of the issue is because again, after you do that, what we all acknowledge, everybody on edge, not on edge, but you on everybody's radar now. Ain't no more sleeping on the Hawks. You feel me? So now every time you get played, people up a level. What are the playoffs? It's up a level. So when we go up a level, who came down? I'm just saying, bro. You feel me?
Like I'm not paying that contract for the. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want to be talking about the contract right now. I was just looking at these numbers or whatever. But at the same time, though, you can say that, but I'm looking at the numbers. Tobias Harris' numbers went up in the playoffs, though.
Fuck. If he don't come with a championship ring, I'm not giving you $35 million a year.
I'm not paid Trae that. Trae ain't win no ring. Ain't Trae about to make that.
I'm not giving you 30. Hell, Trae don't even make that much fucking money.
He don't. How much he make?
What Trae getting this year? His contract don't even kick
30, if not 30.
No, his contract next year.
But hey, I wanted to shift gears, so let's finish this one up because I wanted to talk about tonight's game as well.
Man, nah, about that jump, man. We talking about these stats from
we better win this game, bro. I think Jimmy Butler out. I think Bam Adebayo's out.
Nah, Bam and Jimmy out, but it's all right though. You know, Kyle finna go for 35. Hero finna drop 50.
We keep we're like a broken record, but then
they got this center. He gonna go stupid on it.
Hey, Mike, we're like a broken record, but then I pick up the paper and it's Caffey or whatever or coffee going crazy. I was like, who? Come on.
Game tonight, man. I think we're gonna win this game tonight. I think we're gonna win it easily. You know, I think we go up easily, meaning I think by the end of the game we'll be up double digits. I think we're gonna come out with some intensity tonight. I think that, you know, those players, your Trae Young, your John Collins, they read the fucking they read all these accounts. They know what's going on. I think we're gonna come out with some passion tonight. We at home, no excuse to come out flat. You know, hopefully we can keep teams under 100 points within 3 quarters. If we can keep them under 100 within 3, you know, we got a shot to win. You know, that's my little benchmark for this team. Keep them under 100. To start the 4. Usually we be giving up 100 and some points at the end of 3. So I think we're gonna win this game easily tonight.
Well, Damon, what do you think about this? Because you know I've been doing these updates on their schedule, and every week it's a 1 and 2 week. Every week it's they win one of these games and then they lose 2 of these games. You can't sustain anything with that type of run.
You got to build consistent. You know, you got to build off these wins. It's easier to build off a win than a loss. You
got to win this game.
You got to win this game, man. I wish we was playing somebody like the Magic again, but you got to win this game, especially without Bam.
You bring up the Magic. My bad.
Without Bam playing, so I expect Clint, JC. I expect them to do that. Wait, I don't think Clint might play tonight, but. If Big O play, I expect him to do his thing. I expect John Collins to do his thing tonight. I need John Collins to get more than 9 shots, though. That's
all right. So let's stop right there then. Hey, last time we played the Magic, man, what happened?
I don't know. I can't. We won.
Can't call it.
The last time we played the Magic?
I don't remember, man.
We lost that game.
It happened. We ain't the only ones they beat.
Guys, let me just tell y'all this, though.
I had a little point though, but what I was saying though is last time we played the Magic, let me see, Hawks Magic. I'm pull that up real quick. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had like a good scoring game or whatnot though. But my point is though, I'm pretty sure he got more touches. I mean, and all y'all watched the game and everybody was upset from that game. So yeah, we lost 104-98. Hawks, John Collins had 28 points, 12 rebounds. I mean, he had a good game. You know what I'm saying? 28 points, 12 rebounds in a sense, but you know, when we were watching the game though, we ain't feel like John Collins was out there being the best player on the court versus Orlando, who like got a bunch of dudes who borderline G leaguers. You know what I'm saying?
I want y'all to look at this though. I just want y'all to look at this record while y'all are thinking about all of this stuff, right?
What's that?
So we have Miami 3 times in the next 8 games. We have Miami back to back here.
Right.
Then we have New York. Then we have Milwaukee. Then we'll have Minnesota. Then we have Miami again. Then we have a hot Charlotte team.
We can lose all them games.
We have Sacramento. Okay, that gives us a little reprieve. Look at this game though. these two right here, Friday and Saturday, back to back. Are we ready for a back to back against Miami and then New York? Are we ready as a team for this?
Ready? We ready. As long as we get our soldiers back, we ready.
You got no choice but to be ready. But
Then we have legacy games here. Look at this. Then we have Boston, LA, Toronto, Phoenix, Toronto. What are we doing here? Are we ready for this schedule?
He said, "Are you ready for the schedule?" I mean, what do you mean? It's just the NBA, bro. It's just teams.
Yeah, fuck them.
Say you just ain't got no faith in the team. I mean, I understand that feeling.
Yeah, go to church.
Are they going to be able to beat those teams though that are getting into grooves right now, or are we just going to be a stepping stone into their greatness this year?
I know, but we could beat them. I know how we could beat them. I know how we could go undefeated. You want to hear it?
Trae play better defense than whatever that Olay shit I just saw on Twitter.
Tobias Harris, we'll go undefeated.
Stop it. That's not what I said.
Yes, you would though.
But
get Tobias and Benson. That'd be funny. We just swap stuff with the team. We just beat in playoffs and stuff. And then
that would be unprecedented in its own right.
And then we meet in the playoffs again and then beat them. That'd be hilarious.
If you do a trade like that, who looks worse, Travis or Daryl Morey?
Daryl Morey, he's losing a. I don't know, y'all know this, but Ben Simmons was the number 1 draft pick in the league at one point.
Yeah,
they stay losing them. That ain't shit.
Yeah, but this one's a productive one. This is one that had the city teased for years at how close they were, and they got to the number 1 seed last year. Like they should, if they didn't break down, they literally should be playing Milwaukee, and no telling how they turn that game around.
But that's part of the game, baby. That's part of the game. I
hear you, but let's not pretend like these guys didn't just create a winning culture for a whole season.
Every team, man, every team in the playoffs, you need a little bit of luck, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it just happens that the luck fell for us finally, because usually we the ones that's the number 1 seed and get your ass beat, like we lost when we lost to the Knicks back in 99 when we was number 1 seed in the East and lost to the fucking Knicks. Okay, so you gotta enjoy that playoff run, man. That's that, bro. Go back and you find me in Atlanta Hawk history when shit was going our way like that. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Shit was going our way. Players get injured, and it wasn't us getting injured. It was the other team. Besides when Trae went out, you know what I'm saying? Right. So you got to enjoy that. Now, obviously, you can sit back and look and be like, "Yeah, were we really that good?" You could nitpick.
I can't enjoy it when they playing like garbage right now.
You can look back and say, were we really that good? And if you look at the team honestly, you'd be like, nah, we really wasn't that good. Shit went our way. But like I said, everybody need a little bit of luck on their side. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It ain't my fault Ben ain't shoot the ball. My fault Thibault missed it. It ain't my fault that they let Kevin Huerter go off of 27 in the game, folks.
But you really don't respect Tobias Harris's ability to play winning basketball while on the court and to demand other players play good basketball around him. You don't think he has an effect on the team?
Bro, if he
you really don't think Tobias Harris is not a grown-ass man?
If he was such a grown-ass man, how many teams? How many
not
teams?
Everybody wins the championship every year.
How many teams has Tobias Harris been on?
3, if I can remember. I don't know his whole team, but I love
how many
Tobias
teams?
Harris. He was on Detroit. He was on Clippers. He was on Philly. He's a good player.
So, Lou, you tell me.
He's a coveted piece.
All those teams he been on, no other GM or coach said, we need to keep this guy because he's such a good team player and he knows the ball game.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes. The Clippers, when they were making their pieces put together, they were like, okay, we got something with him. Orlando, they had something with it. I'm telling you, everywhere he played, he balled.
And why they want to get rid of him? Not because he's not a player. It's because he make too much money.
That's what exactly. So we're in a position right now to trade a bunch of assets and overpay for him, and he makes a difference on the team. And if that allows us to get also Ben Simmons, what are we talking about?
I'm gonna go and pay all that tax for no Tobias fucking Harris, who ain't how many All-Star games he been to make $35 million fucking dollars?
Okay, but we're paying what? like I said, Gallo and John Collins who do nothing on our team.
Gallo make how much? Come on, man.
He makes 20 plus Bogey who makes 17 plus Clint who makes 17 plus this guy who makes this. That's what I'm saying. Is we got too many 5 and nickel and dimers, man.
Gallo was brought here to lead us to the promised land.
Who?
I didn't know that. That's something new to me. But my
Say
thing
that again?
is $35 million.
It's not your money. Yes, that's I'm taking overpay out of the equation. I want you to look at it from a pure basketball standpoint, putting him on the top, like one of the 5 players that starts for our roster. Think about that. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Bro, you cannot sit there and look at it from a basketball standpoint without including salaries. That makes 0 sense. Zero.
No, it does, because we're locked into that money already because we have a bunch of players already.
You're not locked into money. Trae extension don't even start to next year. Okay. Collins is the only one who pay went up this year. You're not paying.
Clint's tied up.
You're paying Reddish and Hunter rookie contract money. You tied up Clint. What was Clint deal? Clint making what? 20 what? But guess what?
I don't know, man. To just be able to be in the conversation to talk about Ben Simmons, who's an all-pro, all-defensive player.
Hey, bro,
I don't know what we're talking about. Like, just imagine him becoming Draymond Green to Trae Young. Imagine him from the 3 spot.
Simmons, but I'm not taking on Tobias.
That's what I'm saying. It might take it on Tobias Harris. You're not even entertaining that right now,
bro. Because listen, Daryl Morey, he as a sucker, bro. He said, "You want this item right here? You got to take this bullshit trash that I don't want no more."
But what I'm saying is that, okay, you can go back to the owner and you can go back to the fan base and they'll understand what you're doing right here. That's still positive because those guys ain't hurt, right? Are they hurt? Tell me they're hurt.
Man, I got stats. I'm about to
32, 35, 39 million. You talk about hurt? He not even worth it when he playing.
Talk to me then, DeMont. I like it, but you're not even entertaining the idea of putting a team around Trae Young, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris. I'm just saying, give it a shot.
Nope. I'll tell the motherfuckers, for Ben, you can keep fucking Tobias Harris because you need to talk to Oklahoma City, who got some motherfucking cap space, who can absorb that fucking contract.
That's what I'm saying. Is like we could then trade him to Oklahoma City Thunder at one point, maybe.
Why do I want to do the work? I'm not doing that shit. Why am I doing it?
Because it may work. If you think about the roster construction, it may work to make us a winning team.
Philadelphia, bro. I'm not helping them. I'm not going to look for another piece to trade, bro.
Who is Facebook user? Thank you for saying that.
I don't know.
Bad place with Nate McMillan as the coach. Defined roles are necessary to advance. I don't really get the need to find roles. It's not like there's a lot of new people on the team. I mean, I get that, but hell,
it's a little different though because you have Cam Reddish and you have him more healthy than you had DeAndre Hunter.
Cam playing tonight.
I think he's doing a horrible job with the bringing everybody in, bringing everybody out. That's one thing that I wanted y'all to think about with if we did overpay for Tobias Harris and we got Ben Simmons, we could play Ben Simmons. We could slide Ben Simmons into bringing up the ball with Trae on the court and without Trae on the court, and we wouldn't lose any capabilities there because Ben Simmons is proven to be able to do that part in a basketball game pretty damn well.
Yeah, I mean that's fine and good, man. I guess define roles. I'm still thinking about that or whatever, but yeah, man. It just that sounds a little bit to me though too or whatever. It's just and nobody accepting their roles. They want to do whatever they got to do or whatnot. So,
I think John Collins has accepted his role. I'm impressed with John Collins this year.
I mean, but if you ask it in a sense or feel like you need more touches per se or something like that, then I guess you're not accepting your role because obviously they say your role is something else. I don't know. So there are no clear-cut roles on our team and players don't know their limitations.
So what do you expect tonight? Because we were getting into that with Damon. What are you expecting with tonight's game?
Shoot,
I really expect
the same old until I see different on a consistent basis. I expect to see Trae getting lost, getting beat, and I expect to see us rotating around and giving up shots or whatnot. I mean, they'll probably try or put forth the effort, but yeah, right now at the moment, like I said though, man, I'm expecting what I've been seeing or whatever.
Is Kyle Lowry playing tonight?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry playing. I'm pretty
So then-
sure Kyle probably have a good game. They'll probably the cat Strauss. Remember that name, Hawks fan. Strauss probably go off on us or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm like I said, I don't really have too much I guess hope or whatever. I mean, I hope for the best, but yeah, they haven't shown me anything. Put it like that. And again, until Trae Young puts forth a better effort on defense, we're gonna continue to kind of have the same issues and stuff like that, though. But I mean, as far as what you were saying and trying to say to demand and stuff like that, I was just kind of quiet about it. But I mean, I'm kind of open about it. I understand the money and stuff like that, though. But you can probably make some other things fit or whatever. Tobias Harris don't play with a point guard like Trae Young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing right there. He'll probably get a lot more open shots, easier shots with a player like that. He pretty much put up 20 points every game against us, except one.
Exactly.
And he had like nowhere near it.
And a bunch of rebounds. Big rebounds.
I didn't see rebounds or whatever though, but I mean, John JC had like double-digit rebounds almost each game though, but he's up and down in his scoring. Thing about John though, that's bothering whatever, like in the whole playoffs or whatever, you go down to 13 points from his 17, 18 points in the season. That's a bothering thing, and again, fuel to the whole.
He should have been in the 20-point range. He should have been in the 20-point range, and I'm sure that I'm sure that I would wonder what the game where he scored almost 0 points. I wonder what taking that out of the whole equation.
That was the next game, I think.
Yeah, because I wonder what that would do for his numbers as far as like what his averages were. I think that would give you a better.
But he had less rebounds than John though. But I mean, in his game 7, Tobias, I mean, he showed up with 24 and 14. You know what I'm saying? For his team. I mean, that's to me, that's showing up. John Collins in that game 7. Let me see what John did. Or whatever.
He had a couple of explosive plays. He hyped up the team. He definitely played his part on defense. He rolled well. He had a couple of big 3. Remember, he was a corner 3 guy on a couple of big plays.
He played his quote unquote role. You know what I'm saying?
He played his role really well.
But that's what going into my thing about it though. Like, and
he was a 3 or 4 though.
So you can't sit here and tell me that folks not accepting their roles, and then everybody rah and hoo ha or whatever, happy or behind John's comments or quote unquote comments about him getting more touches and stuff like that. Well, when we went on our run and streak or whatever, his role was not to be getting all them damn touches. So what do you think? So again, remember we heard a whole lot of guys sacrificing last season. You feel me? So it sounded like guys came to this season not sacrificing, trying to do what they need to do or feel like they're a certain person. You know what I'm saying? So again, though, I know bro got a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? Hell, to push your clothing line and for your brand to be something, well, it'd be good for you to be an all-star. You know what I'm saying? It'll be good for you to be, start playing. You know what I'm saying? It'll get it going. So I don't know, man. The boys just need to play ball. That's what I don't want to hear nothing or whatever. I just want to see it out there on the court, them play correct basketball and just win games, man.
And they're not playing correct basketball because they're beat on defense every time. They're not getting together and being like, this is how we're going to stop teams.
And then
are they not doing film study
at all? Are they not doing film study? Supposed to be the issue. So why are we talking about, touches on offense or whatever?
Exactly.
Like that's what I said. Like, well, obviously, offense.
And you know what? And you know what? If he's upset about the bad shots and the bad shot selection, I totally feel him. And as a guy that's going to work off of good ball movement and be that third guy that touches the ball, the fourth guy that touches the ball, and be open and shoot it. Like, he wants to at least get those touches. He wants us to run the offense correctly, that he knows he can get a couple more touches. Maybe that's what he's talking about, is that we're shooting too early in the offense where it's not even getting down. So when you're breaking it down, is he saying he wants more touches or is he saying we're taking bad shots? Because I heard him say we're taking bad shots.
I mean, he said both.
I agree with him.
He said both. He said both, and it's more than just Trae for us taking bad shots. I've seen Cam, take bad shots. Bogey at times can rush shots. You know what I'm saying? So, but those are the main 3 as far as bad shots goes. But of course, Trae, in that category towards the top. But yeah, I mean, I can understand as far as his touches might not meaning that he wanted, but at the same time, when they say that he's going to the coach for touches, whatever, they make it sound like okay, you want no isolation post plays or whatnot. And like, I'm sorry, I just don't believe in you, bro. But if it's within the flow of the game and just ball movement and stuff like that, and he's getting the ball because he's cutting correctly, or you know what I'm saying, he's rolling right, or he's open and the ball swung or whatnot, and he's taking these shots and he's hitting, then yeah, that's fine, you know. And John Collins, he'll walk at the end of the game, he'll have good stats. He definitely will be over 20 points with the ball moving around. But I don't know. I mean, hey, do it so we can see, man. Because I just haven't been sold that if we ran through John Collins or whatever, it would just lead to like all these wins and stuff like that. That's just, you know,
I'm not convinced of that at all. Like, I'm convinced of him being a third or a fourth. I thought we overpaid for him. Like, you know, you and I were on the same page where last year we could have made.
Yeah, he probably got paid what he's gonna get paid in the right area.
I hear you, but if somebody else wanted him like Dallas or Minnesota, we may have should have tried to finesse something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't want to let him walk though, but yeah, maybe a trade or something like that. But you know, we knew we weren't trading him once we got to late into the season. So I mean, yeah, it is. So tonight or whatever, like go back to tonight's game. Just looking for them to play better defense, and for me, it's starting with Trae. So that's the person I'm gonna watch. I guarantee you, Trae out there playing a lot harder on defense, smarter, paying attention, being aware that it'll do wonders for the team.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's the backup role in the point guard position that we're lacking, because, you know, our offense seems mundane. Our defense seems inadequate. It just doesn't seem like we're taking advantage of the film. Doesn't seem like we're studying. It doesn't seem like we're doing all the other things. We have lines coming out, clothing lines, these dramatic videos, all of these commercials. Everybody's got something else to do now, and I don't know if they're handling it right.
They not, man. Them boys, they won too early a little bit, man. And if I'm gonna just talk on two of them, that's John Collins and Trae. They got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they need to figure it out. Trae got a little too much credit. You know what I'm saying? He got to get back to trying to pay attention to the things to get him the credit or whatever, and doing those things. I mean,
guys that play defense having a good time.
You say what now?
And I said, and part of that is by having the guys that are playing defense have a good time on offense. Like they're not getting the special touches that he generated like before. It's almost like he's trying to shoot everything.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Trae up there in assists though, so it's hard to say. I mean, but at the same time, fourth quarter, no doubt, man. I've definitely pointed it out before the protocol stuff hit us like crazy though. But 5 minutes or less, man. That's Trae, go straight ball hog mode basically. So that's the issue. That's the issue that we was having. You know,
so I want to see how that goes.
Even when we were watching games where stops were happening, we were getting stops, but you know, Trae kind of take the shot, he'll miss. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like, he just missed, but at the same time, it's like you realize, like, dang, Trae, you just took like the last 5 shots, bro.
Right, and here's the other thing is that if Herder comes down and takes a heat check shot, and then Cam steals the ball and comes down and takes a heat check shot, and then we get another defensive stop, and then Trae will come down and take a heat check shot, and that is the one that kills me. He's got to be the one that, okay, this is the time where I have to run the offense just to get everybody touching it. Let's run a play. Let's get a backdoor cut. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do one where we know we get buckets. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I agree, man. I agree completely.
Well, I'm looking forward to tonight's game. We'll see a lot about the caliber of the mettle of this team, because this is going to be a hard team. There's no matter who's on this team playing, this is going to be a hard-fought win. It's going to come down to playing good execution basketball in the fourth quarter. Hopefully they got a game plan. Hopefully the coach is back. I hope he's doing well. I know Omicron came through and kicked everybody's ass.
I'm about to say that's a whole nother thing, though. But
but we're not allowed to talk about that anymore. But so I'm looking forward to a good game, man. And we'll also I definitely was lighting up my blunts today with the Flickwick. I want you to check this out.
Came from the basement, glowed up, smoking on steak shit, roll up, niggas got capes on, hold up, stop saving hoes that don't wanna be saved. Coming up as a kid, I was trying to be Jay, I was trying to be Ye, I was trying to be Wayne. Now kids say they trying to be Reason. Feel good, niggas still can't believe it. So when I'm at shows, I figured I don't want hard, ain't did enough. Got new bitch, ain't thinking enough. New whip, got flick it up, flick it up, flick it up. Nigga flow sick, ain't sick enough. Got new bitch, ain't thick enough. Till I drop down, then pick it up, flick it up, flick it up. Nigga who? Solo. Nigga what? Yeah. Your jaw just dropped, my pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. I got at least infinity flows, abstract, asshole, absol, infinity stone, in game for my enemy, yo.
And that is one of our sponsors, Flickwick. Make sure to check them out, as well as Arc Alien Designs and the Originative brand. All new stuff, all fresh stuff, always. And it's all original Hawks gear and also Atlanta memorabilia. So make sure you go drop a peek, drop by those websites and check them out. And if you like something, definitely pick it up. It definitely helps us out. And with that, that will conclude tonight's show. And join us next Wednesday to catch up with the Hawks. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. Find us on all the social media and check out the sponsors, Arc Alien Design, Flickwick.com, and the Originative brand. We are for the fans, by the fans. And with all that said, have a great day. And till next time,
Go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks.